It's time for She Said, She Said. It's like The View, but good. And the only show on the computer where you get to talk about your opinions through us, but we say it and better. With your hosts, the always delightful Laura Honey, the incomparable Gloria Lopez Candle, and to keep things fresh, a mystery guest host. Who could it be? It's time for She Said, She Said. On today's show, we've got all kinds of spicy subjects for the gals to get into. And after that, hard-hitting interviews with premier celebs you're not going to want to miss. It's all coming up on She Said, She Said. Welcome everybody to She Said, She Said. I'm Gloria Lopez Candle.
I'm Laura Honey.
And I'm Ashley Bratzbauer.
You might remember Ashley. Lanny, do you want to tell us how Ashley came into grace our presence, I guess, now, forever?
Absolutely. So we had a contest, a radio contest, and Ashley won. And we thought it was just going to be for a week, but our viewers loved her. So,
and I guess that's like enough for producers to keep you on forever, even though you don't have a lot of credentials, which is fine. That's fine.
Totally fine.
We're okay with it. We're not upset.
I'm a woman, aren't I?
Yes.
I've got opinions
Mm-hmm.
and life experience.
Mm-hmm.
We're so happy to have you, Ashley.
So happy. We're not upset about this
Thank
at all.
you. Are you guys okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How was your move, Ashley, from Wisconsin to the big city?
Oh my God, it's been a disaster.
Mm.
As you know, I have 7 kids, as you know.
You did tell us that last time, yes.
It's been a lot to go from our great big farmhouse to the little tiny studio apartment in Manhattan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You went right to a studio? You didn't try to get more rooms?
Well, I can't afford it. I don't have a job here yet. I mean, this one hasn't paid me so far. You guys make millions of dollars, and so far no paychecks for old Ashley. So I guess I'll wait for that to come in.
Ashley, we all have to earn our stripes. You didn't earn yours yet, but you will earn it after not getting paid for 2 months.
Okay, that sounds good. My husband lost his jobs because, you know, they don't have Verizon wireless stores here. Or do they?
They do.
They do.
Oh, no, they do. They do. I'm in California. I am on the other coast, but I've been to New York multiple times. And yeah.
Oh, gosh. My husband told me there's no jobs for him here, that he can't work because there's no Verizon stores.
There are several Verizon stores and several stores similar that sells similar, you know, phone contraptions and such.
That's son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I have Verizon in my house in Manhattan. When I go there, I have a house.
You have Verizon there?
You have a Verizon in your house?
My internet is Verizon. I'm sorry. That was so confusing. I'm very sorry. That was unclear.
You have a whole empty house in Manhattan?
Yes.
It's
but
a
you
shame
can't
that
go
you can't
there.
lend that house to anybody.
It's under warranty.
For your house?
Great.
I can't.
Then if I mess anything up, it's fine.
Actually, you know what? Her address is 4772 West 38th Street.
Okay.
And she lives on the 4th floor, and I'm sure she'd, you know, just be delighted to have somebody to look after her things and such.
Yeah, you got plants? I'll water them.
That'd be great.
Oh, what a delightful turn of events this is. You know, I was upset slightly when I learned that Ashley would be here forever, but I can see the benefit to her company.
Thank you, Gloria.
Well, welcome, Ashley. Gloria, what's been new with you?
Well, after my last excursion on the bus, I decided to take up motocross racing. To just, you know, ride my own little motorcycle all across town. It proved to be rather difficult. And I got into a few accidents. And so I lost my license. And that's the place that I'm at right now.
Oh my gosh, you lost your motocross license?
I lost my license to operate any sort of vehicle. They took it. They stripped me of my license to operate a vehicle.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, I can't drive a truck. I can't even drive a skateboard, I think. I mean, I didn't look over the paperwork too well, but I'm assuming any sort of thing that I am driving is a big time no-no.
Well, Gloria, how can they take away your license if you got into an accident? That's not your fault.
Well, I think it was my fault. They had recordings of me as I was crashing, fully intending to crash as a sort of like a revenge road rage kind of situation. So I guess that's, they really dragged me for that. Similar to the draggings that I did with the things that I crashed. I guess I can't say too many details because I am pending investigation. But you guys know how that goes with the law and the tickets. Ashley, I'm sure you have several, DUIs on your record. Not to presume or anything.
Yeah, I have a whole photo album full of my DUIs. I like to look back on them and remember all the good times,
Sometimes crashing is nice.
I admire you for all these new things you're trying, though.
I'm divorced. What have I got to lose? My kids are teenagers. If I passed on, they can fend for themselves.
That sounds
great.
Well,
Gloria, this show would not be the same without you. So
Aww.
I hope you keep your safety in check, at least till you can come back and do this with us every week.
I am going to try my best, but I'm an adventurous woman looking to find a new hobby, and I love thinking of myself as a real super Dave.
Dave?
A super Dave?
Mm-hmm. That guy who used to do stunts. He would
Evil
do stunts.
Knievel?
He would, no? Super Dave?
The angel. The angel?
Chris Angel?
Chris Angel.
Okay. Chris Angel. Is that who you're talking about?
Are you talking about Chris Evans? The superhero?
No, I'm talking about Super Dave. The guy who did stunts. You know what? I'm thinking of David Copperfield. That's who I'm thinking of. It was David Copperfield.
Yeah.
He made the plane disappear.
Yeah. Super Dave.
Oh, yes. Yes. Of course. Speaking of disappear, I would love to tell you guys about this new beauty regimen that I started this new year. And talk about like disappearing of wrinkles and honestly my worries. So there's this new trend people are trying, which I love. Wake up in the morning and you drink a glass of water with lemon.
This is a
That's
new...
it. It's a brand new beauty trend that is sweeping the nation. And I was skeptical at first, but then I was like, you know what the heck? I like water. Let's give it a try. And I swear to you, my life has changed. I just wake up and I have a warm glass of water with lemon. And it's like, I feel like I'm on Sunset Beach again, but we don't need to talk about it.
Is it sour?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it is like a little zazz. It's like a little zazz. Like it just makes the water taste like lemon.
How much younger are you under the impression that you look right now?
Yeah, like how many days do you think before it starts to really start to work?
Because I'm gonna say I can't tell a lot.
Well, I've been doing it since the new year, so it's like the 7th. So I guess 7 days. So yeah, I was pretty much feeling like I was 18 again.
So it takes you back almost 4 years every day.
Oh my God, you think I'm 24?
No. Listen, I failed every math and I know that she didn't say 4.
No. Every day you think that's taking you back 4 years. So 7 times
Oh.
4, 28 plus
That's
the
like
18.
40 years.
Okay. You thought I was 24 this whole time.
Oh, no.
and then-
That's
I
no,
think
not at
she's
all.
made it clear she doesn't think that.
No, I don't think that at all.
Wow. Incredible. Well, I'm so glad that we all had a chance to catch up. Welcome again, Ashley and Gloria. Best of luck to you in life. So I think we should start our spicy subjects. What do you think, gal?
Love it. Let's get into it. Let's really hash
Let's
it out.
get into it. Let's
Not
get
too
into
spicy.
the show.
Just like
Not
1
too
star.
spicy.
Mhm.
Well, we'll have to keep the temperature on our own. We control the temperature of these spice levels.
I just don't like spicy food. That's all.
Okay, I'm going to go right into the first headline. Are you gals ready?
Mhm.
Okay, so a new study out this week suggests that moms are kind of over child art by the age of 2. What do you think, ladies?
I think it depends on how many kids you got. Like,
Yes, Ashley, start us off here. You have children of all different ages. Like,
I do. I
where?
have 6 boys and 1 baby girl. And
Yeah.
it was cute at first with the first boys, you know? They learn as they grow. You can kind of appreciate it at different levels. But at some point, you've seen everything a kid can make, you know?
And your boys, if I'm not mistaken, they love to draw boobies on stuff.
They put tits.
Tits on
They
everything.
put
I didn't want to say tits,
titties.
but
Can I say titties?
Are we allowed to say that?
we've said it. We've said it, and
Okay.
we, we'll pay the fine, but we'll go ahead and
I
say
won't because
the
I
ones that
haven't.
Ashley likes.
I have no money currently, but my boys, if you see their art, everything's got a titty on it.
And how
Anything
long
that
before the boys start to draw tits on stuff?
7, I'd say it starts.
Oh, okay. So with this study, it sounds like maybe you were engaged with your children's art until they were 7.
The first
That's
couple
different.
boys, yeah. But now the
okay.
newer kids that I got, when they make art, as soon as they make art, I'm like, I've seen that. That's a squiggle, you know.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, look, Gloria, what do you say? I mean, you only have the 2. Were you and so maybe are you still engaged?
Am I engaged? What is that?
Oh, excuse me.
supposed to mean?
Are you over your child's art?
Okay, it's just a weird way.
That was that. Oh my God, I am so sorry. That was so insensitive of me to say while you're
She's
actively going through a divorce.
recently
I am
divorced.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant in kind of over. Are you
I love this.
interested?
No, say
in
what
your
you want to
child's
say. If you
art?
want to say something, you can say something. It's fine. I'd rather have it out in the open than behind closed doors.
I heard you were engaged and I thought it was really fast, but I didn't. I told myself I wasn't going to bring it up on this show, and here we are.
I told you I was going through a brutal divorce, and you went ahead and asked me if I had gotten engaged yet.
Look,
Where did
I had
you
a
hear
friend.
that?
I had a friend who has a friend who was walking in Brooklyn last week and said that she saw you going into a jewelry store that specifically sells engagement rings.
I had to return all of my old jewelry that my ex-husband gave me because I had to pay off my law debts.
Well, that
So-
makes so much sense. I'm so glad we could have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that maybe you moved on, which also would have been beautiful, but I realize now that I'm wrong. And I also have a really good friend who's single if you would like me to set you up.
Who is it?
His name is Richard.
It sounds like you're
Maybe-
making him up right now.
Absolutely not. But let's get back to the
Show us a
headline.
picture. Show us a picture.
Show
of
us a
Richard.
picture of Richard.
On your phone or something.
Here's Richard.
That's
Desi
Desi
Arnaz.
Arnaz.
Do you find this enjoyable?
No, I thought I didn't know that the name was there. I'm not enjoying this. I would like to bring a conversation back to the spicy subject.
You know,
that
I
is the
said I'm
children's-
bad at math, but I can read.
I think my child's artwork is still beautiful, and I think that I will always love seeing them color their eyes blue. We have to move on to the next spicy subject.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go
That
ahead
was-
and do
that
that.
would be
5 stars.
great. Yes, great. So the next subject is a petition that has been going around. That has been it's circulating. Excuse me. A petition has been circulating to ban me from Olive Garden.
You? You, Laura?
I actually don't know who.
That is actually
think it's
about me. As it turns out, I was made aware that there is a petition circulating to ban me from Olive Garden for just a few mistakes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Now, I have been kicked out of 2 Olive Gardens, but I have never been fully banned.
How much damage did you cause in dollar terms?
Oh, how much is 9 margaritas?
That's a
You at the Olive Garden.
Yeah, when you're here, your family, and my family loves margaritas and chicken parm.
well. I said several.
Okay.
What I thought were tasteful tasteful admonishings. I guess they turned out to be more hurtful and slanderous than I intended. I guess I cursed too much. And maybe I burned a few things.
All Olive Gardens?
I did it to a few and they said no more.
Oh.
Well, I think they're currently saying no more. I think they're trying to actively. I don't think they've officially given you the notice. It seems like they're trying to get the rest of the community involved.
Oh.
They are. So actually, I wanted to ask you ladies if you wanted to go to Olive Garden after the show, just really prop me up and say I'm such a good dinner guest. And, I'll order countless numbers of margaritas, endless breadstick bowls, and we'll just, big tab, big tip. You guys say how lovely and delightful I am. Maybe one of you marries a waiter. I could give you to a waiter, and that's like a nice little gift.
We're both happily married.
I am not happily married. I will take that.
Yeah. Actually, I'll find you a delightful waiter. You just have to prop me up during our lunch date. If that
I cannot
okay with
pay.
you.
I cannot help with the bill, but I will do this.
That is fine. I just need, people to like me and let me back into the Olive Garden. I really like their sauces.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be the dissenting opinion here, but I just feel like maybe it would be smarter for you to take a break from Olive Garden just for a little bit of time, just to let the air cool, just to put the temperature down so that maybe they'll not be so threatened by you when you come in.
Okay, well, I can't eat a lot of foods or a lot of different people's recipes. Olive Garden is pretty much the only place I can consume at. So if I don't eat there, I'm stuck eating wieners and bread at home. And I refuse.
Well,
That sounds nice too.
You know what? I'll say? Olive Garden and Red Lobster are owned by the same company, and I'm pretty sure the recipes are the same.
And
So
they're both in my neighborhood of Times Square.
Oh, you're in Times Square.
Yeah, that's where my studio is.
Are you going to go to a lot of plays?
I hope so.
What's your favorite play, Ashley?
My favorite play is the one where I had to kiss Tucker Jameson in 11th grade. Oh, like that I've seen?
Yeah, I think that's what Gloria was asking.
I haven't seen any plays yet.
Oh, I expected. That's expected. You're going to love them. There's a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, no popcorn.
No popcorn. That is important that you to respect that.
Mm-hmm. They get very upset when you take popcorn in there.
Oh.
Well, Gloria, I wish the best of luck to you with this petition. I don't know if we can stop it at this point. But I would just say try to stay in your best behavior. Maybe just try to go to Red Lobster instead for a little bit.
Laura, did you sign the petition?
Did you start the petition?
I think we actually have to go to the next question, the next spicy subject. I kid you not, we are out of time. We have to start the next one. So
maybe I do like spicy food.
Oh, this is not so spicy this time, okay, gals? This one is a very neutral subject. So a question has been trending online this week. The question is this: sandwiches. Is meat forcing us to eat bread? Gloria, what do you think? I know we just talked about food a lot, and I'm not sure if sandwiches fall into the category of things you can eat, but
wieners and bread.
Wieners and
do
bread.
you think that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could be part of it. Do you feel like the wieners are maybe making you eat that bread?
Me personally, I think the answer is yes. I feel like the wieners know what their flavor is, and they know they can't go alone. They need something to push it down to get it into the tummy. And that's the bread. It really corks it in there so your body has time to digest it. The wiener could change, I think itself. All food can change itself to taste better or be better for you, and the wiener has not changed for years. That's my
Tell
opinion.
me about it.
Brats is a wiener, right? So you know about them?
Yeah. If meat is trying to get us to eat bread, I don't have a problem with it. Like every meal should have meat, bread, and cheese, and maybe something orange for vitamins. So in a way, yeah, if you're gonna have a sandwich, you gotta have bread. You might even have a sandwich with a side of bread.
Are we okay with that though? With meat, planning it that way, forcing the bread on you.
I mean, honestly, I don't have a horse in this race because I am vegan. So I don't feel any sort of attachment to meat whatsoever. I'm not going to blame it for anyone. However, I do feel like anything that forces gluten onto other people is attacking other people. So I think we really need to confront this issue. I don't think people who decide to eat meat should be forced to eat bread.
You think we should be forced to eat bread?
No, I think if you choose to eat meat, which I don't agree with, then you shouldn't also be forced to eat bread, which I also don't agree with.
You think meat's a bully?
I kind of do. I do.
And now you're bullying us for it.
Absolutely not. You can make your own choices. Oh my God. Don't think that I am forcing my thoughts on you. Like, that's a personal decision. I just disagree with it wholeheartedly if you eat meat.
Are you going to start another petition, Laura?
Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. No. And I never even confirmed that I did start that petition. I am just saying that we really need to think about this bread situation. Like, meat can't just keep forcing people to eat bread.
When you're in the Midwest, your parents put meat in the blender and then put it into your bottle when you're a baby. So I can't imagine not having meat in the morning.
I also think if you don't eat meat, then sort of your muscle goes away, right? I think that's the rumor, that the consensus from the doctors, you'd lose all the muscle in your body when you don't eat meat, which is why, Laura, you're so, you break your bones all the time.
Yeah.
No, this isn't true, actually.
Did you not spend last year 6 months of it in a cast?
I did break my pinky finger, but it was for a very different situation. That was because I was grinding all of my cashew cheese so aggressively that my finger got caught in the grater. That was a traumatic event, and it took over 9 months for that wound to heal. But that was not related to what were we talking about?
I just feel like if we have the teeth for it, we should use them.
And you're okay with meat forcing you to eat bread?
That's the way we were made. We were made to eat meat.
I think you gotta have both. They go together.
Okay.
I think you have to eat the bread if you ate the meat, and we're made to eat the meat, so then you have to eat the bread.
Okay.
And maybe
That's
something
okay.
orange.
And maybe an orange thing. An orange or some orange juice. Or
Honestly,
Cheetos.
if you
bell
drink the
pepper.
lemon
Cheetos.
water, you'll
Cheetos.
never have to eat anything orange. I'm telling you, the lemon water is key.
It's just so sour.
Man, it doesn't seem to work so good.
I'll try. I'll give it a try. If I can figure out a store in Times Square where they sell lemons, I'll give it a try.
Okay. All right. Well, this meat and bread situation is going to have to be discussed offline because we have to move on to our last spicy subject. And that spicy subject is, wait, did you know that Clint Eastwood has 8 kids?
I did know that. We are both on a message board called 6 Kids or More, and he's on there.
He's on the message board. Clint Eastwood is on the online message board.
Yeah.
Does he just go in and say every day I have 8 kids?
That's his name on there. 8 Kids Clint. But he mostly just promotes his movies. He doesn't really chime in much about his kids. I think they're all grown.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are. I was looking into this because I could not believe it when I saw it. I had no idea he had that many kids, and it turns out he has kids with almost every single kid is with a different woman, and they're all well into their 30s and 40s.
The women?
Oh, it's the children.
Oh.
Okay.
The women of the women definitely were in their 30s, likely in 40s when they had the children.
Okay.
This much is probably true.
That must be so nice to have kids with more than one person.
Just, you
But
get a real buffet.
But Ashley, imagine the same amount of kids you have with the one husband, but they're all with different men.
I imagine that every goddamn morning, Laura. Sorry, can I say goddamn?
You already did.
You ask us every time after you say it a couple of times.
Well, Gloria,
I haven't gotten a list of what I can say.
You know what, Alan? We need to fax her a list of all the words she can and can't say.
Alan, can you do that?
I don't have a fax machine, but you can deliver it to the man in the Elmo costume. He gives me all my mail.
Oh, that's nice. Real New York City attitude. What a community we have.
Mm-hmm. Now, Gloria, did you know that about Clint Eastwood?
I didn't. I thought he died in that movie where he says, "Do you feel lucky?" I thought it was like a ruse kind of thing. And, he wasn't lucky and he died in that movie. I thought that, when he does that chair thing at the Republican thing, where he called
I actually don't think I've seen this
thing.
movie. I don't think I've seen the movie.
What year did the movie come out?
Clint Eastwood?
The movie.
Make My Day. That movie came out in, I don't know, 78 or so.
Okay.
You can probably Google Make My Day, the movie. And
my Verizon's not hooked up yet, so I cannot.
But Gloria, he's been in many movies since then.
Oh, I thought it was, the way they do for the movies now where they put somebody who's dead in them, they put them into the movie. I thought we've had that technology for years.
The Princess Leia?
Like the Princess Leia. Is that a new invention? I thought several actors died and, if we like them, we keep them in movies with the technology.
If there's one thing I know, though, it's making babies, and he could have done all that before that movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It doesn't matter if he's dead.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did also notice in my research of these children, many of them were born in the 80s.
Oh. So then, well after Make My Day. Wait, right? All the children were born in the 80s?
Yeah.
Chronologically, yes. What are you saying oh no to, Ashley? Sometimes I get tongue-tied.
I thought maybe you were a robot and you were breaking down.
Oh, Laura, are you one of the technology robots? Did they do that for the show?
Oh my God. I have to keep explaining this to so many people. I am not a robot. It's so ridiculous that this keeps coming up with multiple different people of different circles. I'm not a robot. Believe me.
You know what? It's just now that I'm thinking about it, every couple days you show up with a face that's really pulled back, like you went to a factory and they adjusted all your skin back on, like the Terminator. So I just thought maybe you might be a robot.
Oh my God. It's the lemon water. And I already explained this to you like so many times. If my face looks different, it's because of the amazing vitamins that the water and lemons are giving me.
Well, on that lie, I think we're kind of, looking forward to the rest of the show. Time to get out of these spicy subjects. I think we've heated
Absolutely.
up.
I think these spicy subjects got a little too hot today.
I'm going to have a whole glass of milk. I would have done that anyway, but
I love drinking milk. It lets you know the spicy subjects got real spicy. I'm excited for the show we have coming up. Everybody watching, we have a very exciting couple of guests coming up. I'm sure you guys are excited to hear them.
I cannot wait to learn everything that they're about to teach us.
Should we go ahead and get to it then? We're gonna have to break to a commercial break, and then we'll come back with our guests. Let's go to commercial.
Nebraska, from our vast plains to our marvelous peaks, Nebraska is a state you'll be glad you visited. Out here, happiness is a way of life, and Nebraska just is. So when you notice everyone is walking backwards, don't ask questions. We do things our way in Nebraska, and you're a guest here. Us walking backwards? That's none of your business. We do things the Nebraska way, and the why is none of your concern. Backwards works for us, and that's all you need to know. So while you raft down our majestic rivers, don't try to trick one of our informed tour guides into telling you why he or she is rafting upstream instead of downstream, which is the backwards way of rafting. Tricking people is rude. Just let it be. If you visited a friend's house and they made salad by putting the croutons into the bowl first instead of the lettuce, you wouldn't ask a bunch of prying questions about it, would you? That's the kind of etiquette you should follow here in scenic Nebraska, the Cornhusker state. Besides, even if we explained it to you, you wouldn't understand. Maybe if you moved and lived here for a few years, but even then, and more importantly, it's none of your business. Look, there's a lot to do in Nebraska. We're going to be doing it backwards, and you should just be happy with that. You don't need to know everything about a place to enjoy it. This is our state. We have things here only we do. Don't be nosy. So come on down to Nebraska. We put one foot in back of the other down here, and that's none of your concern.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, we are so excited to introduce to you our first guest today. He is already here. You can see him. This is Sir Wilhelm Reingold Imhoff. And you are, Sir Wilhelm, the tic-tac-toe Grand Master, if I am understanding that correctly.
That's right. I am a Grandmaster champion. I began playing tic-tac-toe as a small child. I was featured on Life magazine. It's a cover of Life magazine for winning a trophy at the earliest age of 2. And on it said, "Unglaublich, little Wilhelm." And that was my first experience on the multimedia stage. And I've gone on to also many books and write many tic-tac-toe theory novels, adventure novels, and also training techniques, including seizing victory from the left middle, seesaw technique, 1, 2, 3, center square technique, and of course the autobiography, Mr. Big Shot, the life and early success from a tic-tac-toe genius. But what I'm really excited about to talk about is my new book, Connect False, the hidden story behind Milton Bradley's Rise and Fall. A lot of theories are coming out about these new games like Connect 4, which really just are bastardizations of tic-tac-toe. And honestly, people are not taking it seriously enough that this game has corrupted the minds of America's youth and international youth and even small fetuses, potentially, who will never understand the pure beauty of playing a game as refined as tic-tac-toe because they're overexposed to games like Connect 4 or Connect 5 or Connect 6 even, which it's an abomination, frankly, and it should not be done. Milton Bradley has a history of this, taking games of small German companies like Lie Down and Roll Over and turning that into Twister or the Game of Silence and turning it into the Game of Life. Or Little Boat turning it into Battleship. I mean, really, it's endless, the amount of things that they've done to corrupt children and even grown-ups who are just trying to appreciate a simple, fine game like tic-tac-toe.
Sir, should I call you Sir Wilhelm, Sir Reingold, Sir Eimhoff?
You can call me Sir Wilhelm. We are very informal. It is a pleasure, honestly, to be on your show, Gloria. I'm very sorry that your recent engagement did not go through. I'm sure everybody is very upset about it. I know I did not receive my invitation, but I know that it's a very troubling time, and I just want you to say that we are here for you. We see you.
Some of that was nice.
I thank you for your thoughts and sympathies. Unfortunately, most of it was based on my co-worker Laura's misinterpretation and jumping to conclusion.
No, honestly, Gloria, it's been a rumor. Sir Wilhelm could have heard that from literally anybody. So,
well, you did text me to offer my thoughts and prayers, Miss Honey.
I said if it comes up,
okay.
but we can. Let's talk about tic-tac-toe.
Let's talk to the people that are nice. Sir Willem.
Yes.
What is your vendetta mainly against Milton Bradley, or is it against Connect 4 itself?
Well, of course, Connect 4 is a personal attack on me and also the grandmasters of tic-tac-toe, obviously. But of course, it's just a pattern of misbehavior of these big companies, these big corporations coming in and taking these beautiful, beautiful events. Like, for example, a classical painting. Everybody loves classical paintings, do they not? You love paintings? Who doesn't love art? But then Hasbro and Milton Bradley comes in and then they cut them up and sells them as jigsaw puzzles. I mean, really, it's terrorism in a lot of ways if you think about it. But for me, obviously, the personal attack is the misappreciation of tic-tac-toe, which is a game that's so novel and so simple and yet so complex. There are so many layers to it. So obviously, for me, it's just a window into a pattern of misbehavior on the part of these big corporations. Yeah.
Is there something to when you play tic-tac-toe, you can draw your boxes, and when you play Connect 4, the box is already made. You can't create. I get it. I think. Yeah.
Well, of course, I do have a side hustle, as they say in the Americas, of homemade tic-tac-toe sets, which you can go to my website, wilhelmreingoldimhoff.com, and you can buy these handmade crafted from birch. You can get it from mahogany. You can get them from elm. There are a lot of trees in the Black Forest where I live. But yes, it is, of course, that's a part of this, Ms. Bratzbach.
Tic-tac-toe, I always kind of thought of as like something that's like, everlasting. Like it's not something that I've never thought could be threatened just because it's just like such a game that you can play just like Hangman or, So I don't see it going anywhere. Where's your threat? Where do you feel is the most, like, do you think that Connect 4 is taking away from playing tic-tac-toe? And can you even make money off of tic-tac-toe at all?
Well, as I said, there are lots of sets but of course the sales of my books have gone down. Center Square Technique used to sell a lot of copies, and the book 1, 2, 3, of course, is now out of print because the demand is not good. And, if people buy it on Kindle, it's not the same. It's very much an interactive adventure. Of course, it's such a simple game that you can play with friends or even enemies to decide things.
I heard that there was several battles during World War II that were decided by tic-tac-toe. Is that correct?
That's correct. The Maginot Line, of course, it's based on tic-tac-toe. Of course, the soldiers there at the Maginot Line, they settled their differences by drawing out a tic-tac-toe board and playing this. And this is saved thousands of lives. And of course, you can't save any lives with Connect 4. It's not possible.
I imagine that's why now wars go on forever. That's versus correct. During World War II, there was an ending point because, yes, I guess, of tic-tac-toe.
That's exactly right. And this is something that people don't know. They don't have a history. They don't have a sense of history of themselves. And they just buy this new thing out of a box, and it's going to give them pleasure until they go on to the next big thing that's in a box. And it's just endless boxes. Whereas tic-tac-toe was the original 9 boxes, and 9 boxes is more than enough for anyone. Yes, 9 boxes.
Why was there 9 boxes?
Well, in a tic-tac-toe board, there are 9 boxes.
Sir Wilhelm, if I may, we have somebody watching who has a question for you.
Yes,
I thought you meant
I hope this won't get too personal, but someone is asking, is Sir Wilhelm single? And if not, what does his partner think of his very demanding touring schedule? That's from Mrs. Clown. I guess that's just a big old fan of ours.
Just a big fan of yours. Well, it is demanding to go on tour and to travel. But of course, it's not only a vocation, but it is also my mission to spread tic-tac-toe around the globe. It's such a pleasure, because in any language, people understand tic-tac-toe. It's in the original cave paintings when they used to play Buffalo Hunter was the original tic-tac-toe characters. Right.
And what is the X's are buffaloes, the O's are the hunter?
The hunters are the X's, and the buffalo are the circles. Oh. And of course, it's been modernized in France as hawks and kisses, and in Japan it's known as bears and knots, and in West Virginia it's known as cats and knives.
Cats and knives in West Virginia.
Cats and knives. Yeah.
What is it known in Ashley? Where are you from again?
Wisconsin.
What do they call it there?
Tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Or,
see?
There is another name. I can't remember. It's
Is it waffles and eggs?
No.
Okay. Well, that's a popular name in the Northwest, right? I think Michigan.
Cheese is your people's thing.
Cat and rat. Cat and rat.
Cat and rat. Yeah. Naturally. There's many names, and there are many stories, and these stories need to be passed down to our children and not, sold on these screens. My app, Tic-Tac-Toe, is not moving on the iPhones or the Androids. It's not.
Are you
moving.
on Etsy?
I am on Etsy. That's where you can buy my Bach Tic-Tac-Toe boards.
Can you go ahead and give us the name of your site? I imagine it's a clever pun.
It's not a pun. It's just my name, Sir Wilhelm Reingold Imhoff.
Oh, you gotta have a clever pun. Like that's the way to sell Etsy's.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Tac-toc-toe.
Is that a pun?
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. It depends on what language you are speaking, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I am on Etsy as Sir Wilhelm Reingold Imhoff. It's just easier for the branding because my stationery all says Sir Wilhelm Reingold Imhoff.
Yeah, just not very searchable.
Can I ask, Sir Wilhelm, at the peak of celebrity, I imagine when the game was the hottest, who was the gal or guy that, you had the most fun with?
Richard Pryor.
Richard
Pryor. Oh, do you mean like dating or just like hanging out?
Let's do dating, then hanging out.
Well, okay, dating first. Gloria Vanderbilt. The heir to the Vanderbilt fortune. Of course, you may know her as being that you were in their circles. Cooper
Anderson Cooper's mother.
Anderson Cooper is a Vanderbilt. So we used to do the hustle, as you know. Back in the days, we used to have fun. Little Anderson would play in the corner, and
while you were having fun.
No, I remember the good old days. We spent many Christmases playing tic-tac-toe, but we would give him a little tic-tac-toe board to keep him occupied in the corner. And then we would have what we would call a little pillow fight. Weiße unschwerer.
While Anderson was in the corner.
It's a mansion, of course.
Right.
You
So
don't.
it's
The corners are far away, I guess.
Corners are very far away, and especially in a big room, it's very far away. There are echoes.
And then
Speaking
your other fun was with Richard Pryor then, I
Richard
guess.
Pryor, we used to do a tour of the clubs and do a lot of nose candy together. He was a prolific drinker, and we would party in the old days. Tic-tac-toe. If I have stories, tic-tac-toe.
Lay them on us.
Yes,
We're
well,
here for the stories.
We would do fire drills where three of us would drive a car. We would park in the red light, and then we would jump out the car and then run around all the cars, and we would go tic-tac-toe, yeah, tug, and we would jump back in the car, and then we would drive off. And you should have seen the faces of the other vehicle drivers.
This is how cocaine impacted you?
Yes. Well, it's very much a part of the lizard brain when you do this much cocaine, and so as popular as tic-tac-toe was back then, you would just zig and zag in traffic and try to keep your tic-tac-toe line straight.
That's
Oh, go on. Go, Ashley.
I was going to ask, how does the checkers community feel about Connect 4?
Well, they are imbeciles.
It's sort of a game. Oh,
they are fools.
Checkers?
Checkers. It's really a very silly game. I mean, you have this game. Everything's perfectly orderly in tic-tac-toe, and then these fools, they fill in these gaps and run around. It's almost like a bed bugs of the mind. No, you just have them.
So, are you offended that Connect 4 is a combination of tic-tac-toe and checkers?
Well, of course, there's a interbreeding of Connect 4 and checkers. It's a very slippery slope. Checkers is a gateway drug to Connect 4. Of course, you have the same pieces and the lack of creativity because you're using the same pieces. But they're jumping, and this is all about trying to become a king, right? It's the ultimate promise to become like the game of capitalism itself. You will be rewarded with a kingship by reaching the end of a long journey. It's like the false promise of religion, is it not?
What would you, Sir Wilhelm, what would be your ultimate wish for, if you could have it your way, what would happen to Connect 4 players tomorrow morning? Sky's the limit.
They would be launched onto the moon. I would like all of them launched onto the moon and to stay there. They really should not. They are, as I said, an abomination, and it's a pity that people can't appreciate a simple game. I mean, really, you have three, right?
Yeah.
You have three in a row. Why would you need another one to fulfill you?
Right.
It's unnecessary. So what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Just start another game of Connect 3. Tic-tac-toe. Why have 4?
Honest, I feel like I've been a little quiet, but that is because I do have stock in Connect 4's business. And I do have to say that I think there's a world in which tic-tac-toe and Connect 4 can all be together. Like, we can love both games. Anyone who loves connecting dots can enjoy both games.
Well, as a owner of Hasbro stock, of course, that is what you would say. You are a collaborator, I mean, that's part of what you have chosen, is to not you sit on the fence and collect your blood money.
Wow.
This conversation is illuminating, and even though I am coming out with my very own Laura Honey Connect 4 board next fall.
Wow.
I am now
supporting, every bad cause in our country. Have you
I have decided through this conversation that I'm going to come out with a tic-tac-toe board.
So go ahead and take the money straight out of Sir Wilhelm's pocket.
Why don't you empty should I cut my pockets out of my trousers for you and hand them to you?
I am happy to share, to have you buy into the stock of the board. So you are selling me snake oil? Is this what is happening here? Laura Honey, you have betrayed me. I come on your show with good intentions and want to share my passion for tic-tac-toe, and you are going to jump the line in front of me and play skip reverse. Is this what is happening here?
I think this
absolutely
is what's
not. I think
that is what's happening. No,
I'm offering my hand in I'm offering my hand in partnership and
It sounds to me. It sounds to me as if you are the people who come to Germany and you see the children playing One Happy Hippo, and you say, "Let me take that and change it into Hungry Hungry Hippos." That's what it sounds like to me. Is you are trying to bait and switch.
I have a question about One Happy Hippo.
Yes.
Does he also eat marbles?
Yes.
Okay. What? Can you explain the game?
Well, the game is one person, and you put the marble in your mouth.
In your mouth?
In your mouth, and you try not to swallow it. So you have a contest with one person, and you try not to swallow the marble. And the person who doesn't swallow the marble longer wins the game.
And the hippo comes from?
You rub your tummy as you are holding it in your mouth. I'm happy hippo. It's a song, a little song that's a German song. Yeah,
my kids, this does sound dangerous, but I would love for my kids to play this game. It sounds
and it only takes 2 marbles, you see? It's a very
I really hate to cut us off right at this point, but I think we are getting a word that we need to bring our next guest in. Sir Willem, would you do the honor of sticking around? I would
love to stick around.
Have you a couple more minutes?
As long as Laura doesn't exploit
Laura,
any of the children games from the
Absolutely not. I am here to support everyone's causes, and I think we can all win.
Laura, we've discussed so many times not to insult our guests, and yet you continue time and time again.
I did not insult anyone. I was just being honest.
You are being forthcoming about the fact that you own stock in this blood
Absolutely.
corporation.
I don't think it wouldn't have been honest and right if I hadn't said that.
Will you divest your stock?
Live on air, Laura. Can you confess? Will you divest your stock?
Confirm?
Yes or no?
Gloria, I think we need to bring on our next guest. I don't think we should delay anymore.
I don't know what divest means, but I'm here for it.
Okay, well,
I'll need to talk to my financial advisor before I make any confirmation.
You know, I'm getting word from Ellen that our guest is actually choking on a pizza backstage, so we have a little bit more time. So let's go ahead and get this confession from you, Laura.
Yes, and please, Laura, will you raise your hand and say, "I will divest myself of the blood money of the Hasbro and Milton Bradley corporations"?
Honestly, I don't know who was hurt. I think everyone can win, and we can have Connect 4 and tic-tac-toe and be happy and
okay, so
come
Laura,
over to my house.
Like you're avoiding the question again, but the good news is that our guest choked up the pizza. She's done choking, and I'm getting word from Ellen that we need to go to a commercial break immediately.
I'm Gavin McCaster, and I'm running for Chambly County City Council as the first true progressive candidate. A progressive rock candidate! You see these progressive politicians these days, and you go to their events, and what do you hear? You hear Cardi B. You hear The Strokes. Listen, that's not progressive. Progressive is King Crimson. It's Jethro Tull. It's Opeth. It's Dream Theater. It's Tool. It's Devin Townsend. The Devin Townsend Band? The Devin Townsend Project? See, I didn't just jump on the progressive bandwagon like some of these politicians. I've been a prog head ever since I was a high school kid in jazz band. Progressive isn't top 40. It's Rush. It's Geddy Lee.
What you say about his company is what you say about society.
It's Isan. Progressive is feeling like an angel riding on a flying demon over a crystal lake. Progressive is open borders. Because Middle Eastern scales fucking shred. Listen, if you don't know what a Phrygian dominant arpeggio is, I don't want your vote. If you want another fake progressive politician, go vote for Steve Landon.
Hey Steve, what's your favorite Rick Wakeman solo album? I don't know who that is, but I hope I can count on his vote.
What kind of progressive doesn't know Wakeman? What kind of progressive chooses Cool by the Jonas Brothers as their campaign song? That's not progressive. My campaign song is progressive. Sick, right? Don't think so? Guess what? I don't want your vote! I don't need your vote. I've got fans, big fans and big plans. Day one in office, our new sister city is Sweden. The Chambly County Fair and Expo is gonna partner with Green America. Together, we're gonna fix this climate crisis. And then, we're gonna bring back Ozfest, and we're gonna get Gojira, Meshuggah, We're gonna get Jarvis Vargas, the Jarvis Vargas experiment. Listen, if you don't know who Jarvis Vargas is, I don't want your vote. Vote for Steve Landon if you want another establishment stooge. What I want is a movement. Just ask my fans.
Mozart, Steve Vai, Gavin. Man's a total genius. No one is doing what he's doing. No one.
Will you vote for him?
Yeah, I'll vote for him. Battle of the Bands? Yeah.
Oh, city council.
City council? He's running for city council?
I enjoy his lyrics about the robots taking over and about how all religion is bullshit except for Buddhism. And if I did not live in Sweden, I would vote for him.
Yeah, Gavin, I know him. Solid dude. Comes to my bar every couple weeks. I want to vote for him, but he came in the other day and he said, "Man, is this Rags to Riches star Halsey you playing on the music box?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I don't want your vote then." So I guess I won't vote for him?
The choice is yours, Chambly County, but if you're not already subscribed to my Bandcamp, we don't want your vote!
All right, welcome back to She Said, She Said. We have another exciting guest ready to go.
Yes, we do, everybody. Hello, please welcome Dr. Eliza Halsey, a biologist who has discovered de-evolution. Oh my goodness, Dr. Halsey. Not to be confused with Rags to Riches star Halsey.
Definitely not.
No. So de-evolution, doctor, tell us about it.
It's very simple, Laura. So when I was in college at Columbia University, where Dada works, I realized that the sea levels were rising. Did we all know this?
Yes.
Yes, we did. But where Dada works?
Your
That's
dad?
where my Dada works.
Okay.
At Columbia University. But what I learned in my general biology class is that the sea levels were rising, and I thought, this is unacceptable. What can we do? And what I realized is we could all become little fishies once again and move back into the ocean. De-evolution.
Like in a big fish boat?
No.
Like the Titanic.
Yes, or a submarine, like in the Beatles.
Submarine.
Okay, it's like a submarine, but you are the fishy. If somebody was in a submarine and they looked out the window, they would see you.
So we are becoming, we're turning into fish?
Well, you can if you follow my method. And it's very, very simple. Every day I sit in my office. This is a joke I like to tell. Please come into my office. Leave my office. No, come into my office. Every day I submerge myself in my bathtub and I hold my breath for as long as I can. And currently I am running at about 40 seconds, which is slightly above average, which is fantastic. And the longer I hold my breath, the more I feel gills forming under my skin. Now I know what you're thinking. How do you know? How do you know the gills are forming? How do you know you're becoming a fishy? Well, I've created a blood test. Okay?
Wait, no. Are you going to hurt yourself? I don't think we can show blood on camera.
You just take the blood test and you take the blood test and the blood test says yes fishy or no fishy.
That's a demo one, or that's a projected model, or it's already completed?
You know, I've already taken my blood several times today, so this is a demo one because I actually have exceeded my blood taking levels for the day.
Okay.
Wow.
I am not yet a fishy, but I am making progress. I'll show you. May I show you a diagram? It seems like you're all a bit confused about what de-evolution is, and that makes sense, right?
You know, we're sorry, we're not science heads here, so yes, please go ahead and show us the
No,
diagram.
definitely not. I am the scientist here. Okay, so as you can see on this graphic, this is evolution to de-evolution. Now here we have evolution, and here we have patent pending de-evolution. So step one, we were all little fishies. When the earth was formed, we were all little fishies.
Yes.
Step two, we thought, what happens if we go up outside the water into the earthy place? This is the earthy place.
Yep.
Step three, we all became a little ape hanging from a tree. You see that?
Yep.
Now, Of course, that brings us to present day. This is a human being on a yacht.
We went straight from apes to human on a yacht.
Boat parade.
Now, with
I
my
do know about yachts.
Yeah, you know about yachts. With my patented method for de-evolution, we could skip all this stuff and just dive off the board back into the ocean once we become fishies again. And then we'll have plenty of space to live because the sea levels have risen.
What do you say, Dr. Eliza, to people who, might say de-evolution is ridiculous? Why don't we just do something about the environmental impact that we're having on the world right now? Like, why don't we just stop using oil? What do you say to people who say that?
I say to those people, fine, stop using oil if you want to. There's all different avenues for science. Fellow INFJ personality type Charles Darwin was a scientist, a biologist. So is Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, well, Elon Musk and I have a real situation. Yeah, great. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted by the mention of...
IMF? You said IMF?
IMF? No, INTJ. That's my Myers-Briggs personality type.
Ah, okay. Yes.
INTJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's pronounced Briggs-Myers in Germany.
Oh, that's interesting. See now, that is a blind spot for me, is how things are pronounced in Germany. I would never propose to call that ridiculous.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I would say my biggest question, if I had to pick my biggest question, it would probably be, it took from what I remember, I'm not a scientist, but what from I remember of science classes is that it took millions of years to evolve from fishies to us. And how do we go back to fishies without the millions of years?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's called adapting, right? So in those millions of years, no one was holding their breath underwater for what I'm telling you is upwards of 40 seconds. And now that I'm doing that, I'm well on my way. I don't know if you can see gills, but here they are.
I don't think
maybe it's too far away from the camera, but
see, now this person has a fish mouth and gills. And
that is a stick figure.
That is it.
That's
Dr.
a drawing
Eliza,
of a person.
Yeah.
Right?
Have you had anybody, support your theories and perhaps offer to draw you some graphics, put your theories into text form, anything like that?
Well, that's why I'm here, because I'm looking for funding and I'm looking for support. And the first step in that will be a bathroom reno for me, so that I can fully submerge myself underwater without little knees poking out, because that's holding me back.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a training situation, like a Michael Phelps type.
That actually brings me to that question of Michael Phelps. How come he hasn't turned into a fish yet?
Yeah, he seems closer than any of us.
It's often underwater.
In my de-evolution blood test.
He hasn't taken the test?
Are you accusing him of being
the
a fish?
other day, I was at Nobu and I saw him, and you know what he was doing while he was waiting in the lobby for his table? He was going like this.
Well, you know what? He won a lot of gold medals. He can do whatever he wants now. I feel like let's leave him alone. Whatever he wants to do, go ahead.
You got it.
That's why he said.
Ashley, and I see that Ashley is well on her way here.
No, see, I don't even believe in forwards evolution. So I'm not even really on board for that part. But what if I don't want to be a fish? That sounds not as fun as what I'm doing now.
Well, I hope that your Times Square apartment is high up, because when the sea levels rise, you better be at the top of the building. Or
it is. It's a
20th. You're going to be a fish, or you're going to be a human. And which do you want to be?
I mean, me personally, I would still pick human.
Yeah.
Even in the last seconds, I would drive down to Olive Garden, buy a bunch of pasta, berate a few people, and at least I would die happy.
All Olive Gardens are one story. Come on, Gloria. Have you ever seen a multi-level Olive Garden outside of Times Square?
I think it closed in Times Square too.
They closed in Times Square. Oh no.
I think so.
All right.
I have a question, Doctor. So when they were doing the witch trials and they would drown the witches, why there's no recorded recordings of any witches becoming fishes?
But are there any recordings of witches coming back out of the water?
Yes, they are dead. Dead witches.
I've never seen it.
Well, to be fair, none of us have seen it. These would be all just based on
Hearsay.
Records. Other people who, validate the science, if you will, of that situation. Something that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you don't have anybody doing that for you. It sounds like.
Doctor, have you considered inserting straws into necks?
I have considered that. We are moving on a multi-step process. So the next level in becoming a fish, we're actually doing some research with lemon water.
Ah.
Oh, lemon water.
That's nice.
I absolutely love lemon water. I fully support and honestly will speak to the benefits and magic of it.
When you say we're doing research, do you have like a partner or an assistant?
This is my assistant right here.
The yacht?
Oh, he has a yacht?
He owns the boat?
He owns the boat and he owns that little hat too.
Where is he right now?
He's on the boat.
No, like right this moment?
Can you show us a picture much like Laura had to show us earlier? Hopefully it won't be a Desi Arnaz.
I'm very sorry.
And this is the guy who is single?
That's the guy who Laura said was single.
He is now.
He's also dead.
He's not alive.
Look, I'm not going to knock anything.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I'm not going to knock anything that I haven't been proved wrong. And so far, I have a lot of questions, Dr. Halsey, but I don't actually have anyone proving you wrong.
You know what they say, questions are the spice of life.
Oh, we know what spice is like.
We do know what spice is like. If there's one thing this show knows, it's spices.
That's for sure.
Dr. Halsey, where did you get your degree from?
I dropped out of Columbia U when I discovered my patent pending de-evolution technology to focus full time on that.
Does Dada still work at Columbia?
Dada is going to be working there for a long time.
What were you studying at Columbia?
I was studying liberal arts.
So how many science classes was that?
That was one biology class that I took, my general biology class my freshman year.
Oh.
And I
astronomy class.
Okay.
Did you say gastronomy?
Gastronomy. I took a gastronomy class.
You took a gastronomy class?
You know, it delights me to say it because it was a fun class, you know.
So what did you learn in that class?
How to smoke meats, really, and various ways to prepare and eat them.
Sounds delicious.
I thought gastronomy was stomach issues.
That's what you thought.
Well, that's the end goal.
Have you a pork roll at 11 p.m.? You're gonna have a stomach issue.
Yeah, yes, I can verify that. It will not feel like evolution.
No.
Well, Dr. Halsey, how much money would you need to, get your theories out there?
Well, the bathroom renovation alone will cost me $200,000.
Wow.
So I'm starting there.
Wow, that's a pretty penny.
And how did you go from gastronomy to your bathtub?
Well, I didn't pick a major, as they say, when I was at Columbia U. So I was trying things. I also took a Jane Austen class on Jane Austen.
I hate to be, you ladies know me. I'm 100% polite all the time.
You love me. No.
I'm 100% polite all the time. You know that. Everybody knows that about me. They call me a real sweetheart. I get emails all the time talking about how much I'm a sweetheart. But I have to say right now, Dr. Halsey,
You get emails from Olive Garden saying don't come back.
Well, that was
I watched
Olive
the show.
Garden.
You're not nice.
What's that?
I said I've watched this show, and you're the one. You know, when everyone has like a this is the funny one, this is the ditzy one. You're the one who's not nice.
Okay, well then I guess I'll just get right to it. I don't think you're a real scientist.
I think being a scientist is deciding you're a scientist and making science happen.
Dr. Halsey, and I believe you, so I think you should prove Gloria wrong right now and become a fishy.
I think you should do that as well.
Fishy.
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 Dada said I would be bullied if I came on this show.
What is Dada's real name? Oh.
Right, why would I know my Dada's real name? I call him Dada.
Can I ask?
He's becoming a fish?
Ladies, can I ask if you know your father's real name? Can you just say it real quick?
It's Keith.
Yeah. Laura?
Dragon. Yes.
Still, she knows it. She knows it, and that's fine.
Well, that's 2 of 4 of you who know their Dada.
Dr. Wilhelm, do you know your father's name?
Hans, and I'm still working on my doctorate. Not a doctor yet, but close.
Did we ask?
Have you become a fish doctor?
No, being a fish doctor is somebody who gives medical
Treats
care.
fish. Yeah, a veterinarian.
Wait, Gloria, what's your dad's name?
Oh, my dad's name is Carlos.
Okay.
So, doctor, you're not going to be able to turn into a fish for us today?
Oh, you can't rush. You can't rush progress.
Listen, I have the gills are popping out. By tomorrow, I could be like this. Try it.
When you say that Michael Phelps was doing this, I think Laura maybe had this question. Was he using his hands or did he have gills?
Who's to say?
I mean, you saw him, so...
So you would be the one to say.
I was over by the bar and he was in the lobby. So who's to say?
Can you verify it was Michael Phelps?
Fish eyes. Fish don't see very well.
So your eyes have transformed already?
Yes.
Well, that's enough evidence for me, I think.
Wow.
Can we turn to the turn to the side, doctor? Turn to your side.
Oh,
How many fingers do I have up?
3.
You see? I mean, try the other side.
Now do straight ahead.
Okay.
I can't see your fingers.
Oh, whoa. Well, that changes everything. That certainly changes everything.
That does. And we're out of time, too. So I am so relieved.
Right under the wire, she got that proof in there.
It works.
That's incredible.
Oh, my God. You're like a magician.
Thank you, Sir Willem, for knowing how fish's eyes are.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of study.
Yes.
Dr. Eliza, where can people email you money or, call you to give you credit card numbers and such?
So my email is docpalsy@gmail.com.
Okay.
Doc's more of a nickname. And also I have a GoFundMe page set up. And that GoFundMe page is de-evolution, yes.
Comma.
Is that add yes exclamation point? No. Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
One punctuation on GoFundMe.
Oh, how interesting. That's difficult. That
seems like a real fault on their part. What if you're excited about your movement?
Well, this show has been contentious. It's been fun. It's been educational. It's been heartwarming. Oh, yes.
This is a good one. I feel like we're going to get a Grammy for this one.
Yeah.
It's possible. Wilhelm, did you have something
musical
to say,
award?
No, I was just tasting the spiciness in the air. It was a spicy show.
Indeed. And we can talk off air about the stocks for House Bar. Yes. Thank you all so much for coming and for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back here probably in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think we also want to make sure we mention our sponsors. Tide and Shiners are two sponsors who have given us a lot of money to buy mine and Laura's homes and one day to get Ashley into a home.
Yeah.
We'll get you there one day, Ashley.
I'm okay with my 24 walk up for now. It's nice. I love
good.
Times Square.
All
Take
right.
scuba lessons.
Scuba lessons. All right. And on that note, thank you again for joining us. We'll be back soon. Until next time, she said to somebody else.
She said. Yep, there's the boy. There's the boy on the yacht.
There's the boy.